Hey guys, what's up? Time for another video. This time for a book review. I haven't done one of these in quite some time. I believe the last one I did was in like August. But I want to get back into doing these, particularly with new releases. And the first one is actually my most anticipated book of 2015. So that was really nice that it was the first new release of the year. And that is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. This is the second book to the Red Rising trilogy, and if you aren't aware of what Red Rising is about, Red Rising is set in a dystopian world in which there is a color-based classing system in which golds are the highest and reds are the lowest, and our main protagonist is a red named Darrow. Darrow works in the mines along with other reds in order to terraform Mars to make it habitable for humanity. He has no other aspirations in life other than just to get recognition for his work. That is, until his wife Io guides him into a journey that will ultimately help him to take down the Gold Society. So that's all I want to tell you about this book, because I think it's best to go in as blind as possible. But I can assure you, you will not be disappointed when you jump right into Red Rising. So if you saw my top 14 books of 2014 video, you would know that Red Rising was tied with Heir of Fire for #1. So, needless to say, I had very high expectations going into Golden Sun. I was beyond excited about this book. And did it let me down? Not one bit. If anything, it exceeded my expectations. And it's very rare for a book to do that. Basically, I adored this book. It was fantastic. For starters, the world is much more realized in this book, even though it was already pretty well realized in Red Rising. Like, Pierce had already done a pretty good job of establishing this world before, but it's even more fleshed out in Golden Sun. You get to see different aspects of all the other colors in the society, not just the golds and the reds, but we also get to get a more in-depth look at just how deep the corruption flows in the gold society. And that makes the world just feel more alive and easier to jump into, and you often are times just thinking about other aspects of the world too, besides what Pierce presents to us. And I feel that that's a great thing that a book can accomplish when you're thinking about other sides of the world that the author took time to develop, besides just what they've already presented to you in the book's contents. Darrow undergoes so much character development in this book, and on a very steady pace towards his journey to being the hero that he needs to be in order to accomplish the goal he set out to do in Red Rising. He never once makes decisions that you feel are uncharacteristic of him or don't seem to feel quite right, and I feel that Pierce Brown does a great job of giving us a main character that we can easily root for, and one that you can emotionally connect to throughout the journey that the character is going on. And it's quite a journey. There are just so many great moments in this book, and so many quotes that are just so memorable and very inspirational. And a lot of moments in this book had tugged at my heartstrings. They were really great character moments between not just Darrow, but other characters, even ones that have just been introduced in this book. And I feel you not only care about Darrow, but you care about other characters too. You care about Mustang, you care about Severo, you care about all of the people that have joined Darrow on this journey. And I feel that when a book can accomplish that aspect too, that's also a great feat, because I feel that there are a lot of times when the author sets out to establish the main character and the side characters are more or less just plot devices. But that's not the case with the Red Rising series. Another thing that I just absolutely loved about not just this book but the previous is that Pierce never shies away from the dark subjects that he brings to the table. A lot of times authors will present these cool and intriguing concepts that could really make you think about not just what is happening in the book, but what is happening in the world around us. But they sugarcoat everything to the point where you can't really connect with it because you don't feel that it's necessarily affecting you. And that's not the case with the Red Rising series, because every gory little detail that could possibly exist in situations that are presented in these books happens. Nothing's shied away from, nothing's sugar-coated. Everything is exactly the way it needs to be presented, and it is very thought-provoking and very engaging. It makes for a much more thrilling read. Your motivation towards seeing Darrow reach his endgame has never wavers throughout these books. Now, obviously, I could go on for days about how great these books are. I've recommended these books so many times to so many people. I've already converted 2 people to the fandom, which is an accomplishment in itself. And I've had people who are very, critical about their books give the first book 5 stars. These are fantastic books. It's my new favorite series, tied with Throne of Glass. I love this series to death, and I know you're actually probably quite surprised considering how much of a giant Hunger Games nerd I am. I mean, I'm even wearing a shirt right now. But I honestly would say these books are just that great, and I feel everybody needs to check them out. Everyone needs to give them a chance, because I feel this series has the potential to be quite the phenomenon if given that opportunity, and I really hope that everybody does. So that is my review of Golden Sun. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe, and this is Ian Darko, signing out.